What is up, gang? How are you all doing? Oh my god, the time is now. We're finally here. Resident Evil 2. Oh man, I've been waiting all month to play this, let me tell you. Super excited to jump in with Resident Evil 2. But before we get into all of that, welcome to today's stream. Andy here, Biohazard Declassified, as always. Welcome to Wednesday night retrospective. Yeah, that's right. Every single Wednesday, we jump in with some old school Resident Evil as we work our way through the series. We've basically finished off what we wanted to cover with Resident Evil 1. We covered a little bit of Resident Evil 1.5 to give you a taste of what's to come. And now we're finally at the goat of all goats. By far the best Resident Evil game ever made for me. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but this game, I'm not even joking. Oh man, it just itches the scratch, man. Like nothing to me has ever come close to Resident Evil 2. There is something about this game, and I just keep going back to it. I will always go back to it. I'll play it as many times as I can. All the different scenarios. The game is a perfect survival horror game to me. Perfect story. Leon and Claire, super cool, relatable characters. The twist with Ada. Obviously, Ada having multiple deaths. The whole A and B scenario. The whole A and B scenario puzzle thing is perfect, man. The character swapping is, just even the remake. The remake, by the way, is an exceptional remake. One of the second best games made. I would suggest the Resident Evil 2 remake, and still, like, this game just trumps it for me. I don't know what you guys think about Resident Evil 2. Do you have memories of this? Is this the first? A lot of people, this is their first Resident Evil game they've ever played. This was certainly, I would say this was the first Resident Evil game that I remember. I used to watch my parents play I'm 29 now, so I used to watch my parents play Resident Evil 2 in the late 90s and early 2000s. And yeah, it's kind of gone with me the entire time. And this has been the game out of all of them, I would say, that I've really stuck by. And I just always cannot wait to jump in with it, because dude, everything about this game's perfect. Leon and Claire, as I said, are fantastic characters. The pre-rendered backgrounds are gorgeous. We're out of the mansion. We're now into where really the entire Resident Evil story, in my opinion, is based, and that's Raccoon City. Raccoon City is really more than just a location. I always say this. Raccoon City is a character in Resident Evil. It's such a unique location. So much happens in it. There's so many parties at play, so many moving parts, and it all culminates in Resident Evil 3 with the destruction of Raccoon City. But I still feel like, I don't know about you guys, but I still feel like there's more on the table for Raccoon City in general, but that's a topic for another video. I would still like to see them revisit Raccoon City in some capacity. But yes, Resident Evil 2. How are we playing this today? We are playing this using the which is the PC version. I know a lot of people remember the PS1 version, excuse me. That's how I remember it most. I'm not sure about you guys, but I remember the PS1 version. In the UK, we had I haven't got it on me, but we had just the plain black. There was multiple releases in the UK, just a plain black box, 2 discs. Leon was disc 1, Claire was disc 2. Did everybody always choose disc 1? Be honest. Did you always go with disc 1, or did you go with disc 2? Really want to know your thoughts about that. And again, what blew my mind when you finish Resident Evil 2 and you go to that typewriter scene at the end, and then all of a sudden it goes junk, 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 junk. Scenario B? Huh? What do you mean scenario B? What does that mean? Let's play it. Hang on a minute. I'm starting on the other side. Why is the helicopter crashing into the side of the Raccoon City? Or the RPD, excuse me. Who is this big dude? Like, oh my god, like, this really took Resident Evil, just, like, everything that was good. Dude, everything that was good about Resident Evil 1. Everything that was good about Resident Evil 1. Resident Evil took and went, oh, this is really cool. I'm just going to turn it up to absolutely 11 and make it the perfect fucking survival horror game. I'm not even joking. I cannot I cannot begin to tell you how much Resident Evil 2 means to me, honestly. It's just the goat of all goats. I could sit and talk about this. Sit and talk about this all day. And actually, funny enough, Carrier Raccoon City Stories just come in the chat over on the old Twitch arena. Thank you very much, as always, Sean. We will, of course, we've got some bits and pieces coming out soon, which I'm super looking forward to. And we were talking about that, how Raccoon City is more than just a location. It's a character in Resident Evil. And there's so much at play with Raccoon City. So much more they can do, even though it was destroyed in Resident Evil 3. I cannot wait for more Raccoon City content in the Resident Evil universe, both official and fan-made. But yes, what are your earliest memories of... I'm just going to go through the chat here before we get the stream going. What are your earliest memories of Resident Evil 2? I'd really love to know. Catherine, thank you. We will be going live on TikTok in just a moment. So you feel free to go back on there. You can jump between platforms. It's all about accessibility here at Biohazard Declassified. I'm a big fan of... It doesn't matter what platform you like going on, whether you like Facebook gaming, you like YouTube, you like Twitch, you like fucking Twitter. You should be able to easily access my streams. Ellen coming in. Thank you very much. With the Prime subscription, it's always appreciated. Thank you. Oh, Catherine coming in. Dude, we got a hype train leaving the station already. We're not even started the stream. Catherine subscribing at tier 1 for 3 months in advance. That's absolutely absurd. Thank you very much, Catherine. We have a very modest goal of 100 subs this month over on our Twitch. As we embark on the adventure to partner, it's always appreciated. Thank you. McBrew, thank you. How are you doing? We've got some bits coming in as well from Ellen. Thank you very much. Wrong one. This one. That's really appreciated. Thank you for the bits. We're getting the hype train going already, guys. Let's fucking go. Dude, hype for Resident Evil 2, man. Hype this for Resident Evil 2. I love it. Love it. Had RE1 director's cut that come with a demo of RE2 on a second disc and had an ad to win a role on the Resident Evil movie. Yes, I do remember that box art, actually. Very interesting. And I wonder if they ever fulfilled that. That makes me wonder. Did they ever actually fulfill that? Thanks to everybody on YouTube as well. Nathan, Happy Chappy, Dustin, channel that never was. Appreciate that. Dustin, Sailor, hi Andy. You've seen PS2 games on PS5 now, soon like Tomb Raider Legend. Very interesting that they're porting the original PS2 version and they're not porting the PS3 remastered version, but we'll leave that chat for another day. I definitely want to explore that on Sunday when we cover some Tomb Raider. But yes, I remember just going back to Resident Evil 2, I do remember the PS2 version being just the absolute PS1 version, excuse me, being the absolute GOAT. Especially in the PAL region, dude. Like I cannot stress to you guys, especially if you don't live in the UK or you don't live in PAL regions, so Europe, Australia, really how painful it was playing 50 hertz PAL games back in the late 90s. Like, I always talk about this story. I used to watch a fantastic YouTuber in like 2005, 2006. His name was Lewis Chu. He used to do excellent speed runs of Resident Evil. I used to learn all my tips and tricks about Resident Evil 3. Lewis Chu. Huge shout out to Lewis Chu. I don't know if he's still about. He or she. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if they're still about. But I noticed something. They played the Japanese version and sometimes the US version of Resident Evil. And there's a scene in Resident Evil 1 where like you push the statues and it drops the gate thing, the cabinet, and you can grab I think it's the one of the crests or something. And I remember he moved it into slot and it started coming down. I was like, man, why is that going so fast? That's like going really, really quick. And then I played my version. I was like, man, why is this so slow? Like my complete like perception of games just completely shattered, because the PAL versions of PlayStation 1 games actually run slower. So like it runs, let's say it runs at 30 FPS. I think it runs at in the US regions and Japanese regions. It runs at 25 in the UK and PAL regions, which doesn't sound like a lot, but trust me, try and play a PAL Resident Evil game. It's really painful. And it's one of the reasons why I really don't collect PAL PlayStation games because I collect to play. I don't collect to just sit on the shelf. And yeah, dude, oh my word, it's really frustrating to play. Like, it's like everyone's moonwalk, like not moonwalking like Michael Jackson, like moonwalking like Apollo 11, you know, like everyone's so slow. It's really, really painful. So, yeah, we don't really have this issue now. We play the PC version. It runs at 30 frames a second. This, by the way, is the best way. And I'm sorry, I know I'm going on. We will jump into the game in just a second. But this is the best way of playing Resident Evil 2 right now. So we've got the PC version, which is the 2006 Source Next version. It's got a couple of quality of life upgrades. So we've got these, as you can see at the bottom there, seamless HD projects. So all the textures have been ran through AI because that's the new thing now. Everything's been ran through AI and everything looks really, really sleek and amazing. Some other bonuses about the PC version, it has a hard mode if you want to play hard mode. Hard mode was never on the PS1 version or the GameCube version. Hard mode was exclusive to the Dreamcast version and the PC version. And it's got skippable door scenes. Ironically enough, though, it doesn't have skippable cutscenes. But the GameCube version does have skippable cutscenes. So there really isn't like a definitive speedrun port of Resident Evil 2, in my opinion. I think you can get some Game Shark codes for the GameCube version if you're running it for an emulator, so that skips the door scenes. But yeah, I don't know, just straight out of the box, there probably isn't like a definitive speedrun version of this game. Maddie, how's it going? Thank you. Barbaroos, how's it going? Thank you. Oh man, we got the crew in the chat today on kind of, oh man, I can't even talk, I'm so excited. We got the whole gang in the chat ready to get Resident Evil 2 on the way. I'm super excited to play this for you guys today, let me tell you. Chef Joe plays, thank you. Thought I was late and missed gameplay. Have no fear, I had a little bit of a later start, so this game's probably going to take me 2 hours. We are going to play the extent of it, the entire Resident Evil 2. It doesn't really take you too long. We're going to be playing Leon A today. We'll move on to Claire B next week. I think that's the most logical thing to do. The week after that, we'll play Claire A. And then the week after that, we'll play Leon B. I would say my favourite path is actually Claire A, Leon B. There's something about that path I just love. But yeah, Resident Evil 2, you play as two different characters. They've both got different abilities. They both pick up different weapons. They both have two different storylines. Very similar to Resident Evil 1, but they take it a step further. Things you do in Scenario A have a direct implication on Scenario B. You may pick up an item pack or a gun, and it won't be in the second. It won't be in the second scenario. There's also times where you have to put in a password, and you put in the password in the same machine in the second scenario, and if you didn't do it in the first scenario, you can't get into the door. Like, I mean, it's non-story related, but it's kind of a cool little Easter egg. It's kind of like what Leon was doing while Claire was doing this. It's really, really cool. Some of it is a little bit inconsistent. You're like, well, hang on a minute, we're turning off the water twice. That doesn't make any sense. But obviously, you know, you got to work with it a little bit, you know. But yeah, it's exceptional. This game's fantastic. We're going to be running the entirety of Leon A. And to be honest, guys, I cannot wait to show you. So, even this, dude. Oh, it's so... Oh, I hope you can hear that. It's my audio coming through. Yeah, it is. Oh, it's so nostalgic, gang. It's so nostalgic. Oh, the eye in the background. Resident Evil. It's all about the eye, man. Like, when I think of Resident Evil, I think of the eye. Yeah, 1998. Dude, I put up a tweet the other day. Excellent point, Ellen. I put up a tweet the other day basically saying, man, 1998 was a relentless year for gaming. Like, you had Half-Life, you had Metal Gear Solid, Resident Evil 2, StarCraft. You had, what else come out in 1998? Oh, dude, I swear every fucking banger game come out in 1998. Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time come out in 1998. I'm sure there were some other games. Let me just skip this. Just, yeah, unbelievable. Delta Force come out in 1998. Just a wild year for gaming. Maybe life really peaked in 1998. Like, you had, like, wrestling was at an all-time high, and Resident Evil was at an all-time high. And to be honest, those two things for me is life. Should we start the game? I think we should. Evil Hills, how's it going? It was slower, but not like it was unplayable. I absolutely love my PlayStation 1. But only recently I got a PC. I feel that, man. I feel that. It wasn't unplayable, but I feel like it is unplayable if you move on if you kind of naturally assimilate to the 60 hertz version and then you go back to the 50 hertz. Like if you spent your whole life playing PAL, you probably won't even notice. But once you make that transition, man, you never go back. Okay, right. Enough of me talking the bollocks. Let's jump into the game. I do need to get the stream started on TikTok and on FBG, so I'm just going to quickly do that right now. You'll notice if you're a big Resident Evil fan, you're going to notice immediately the differences in texture quality. It's really pumped up to 11. It's absolutely fascinating. I'm just going to pop out this chat. It might come across all. That's all good. We'll just leave that here. Okie dokie. Right. And let's get our FBG stream up and running. Cool, you're really going behind the scenes now, gang. Okay, we are all good to go. Let's not press that. Let's get the show on the road, shall we, gang? Resident Evil 2, Leon A. Now, obviously, there would be 2 discs, but we're playing on the PC. It doesn't have that issue. Normal mode.
Resident Evil.
Yes, let's go, man. Love it. Love it. I think we will watch the cutscenes. Oh, this is so iconic. Yeah, we'll be playing the remakes too.
A bizarre incident occurred in the outskirts of an American suburb.
Oh.
It was later revealed that the terrible disaster had been caused by the T virus, a mutagenic toxin created by the international enterprise Umbrella Incorporated for use in bioweapon experiments. The Raccoon City Police Department's Special Stars Unit immediately began investigation in the affair. The case was apparently closed, thanks to the efforts
again, this has been slightly upscaled. It looks amazing compared to how it used to look.
But the Umbrella Corporation's experiments were far from finished.
I have seen that. I have seen that. That's Play Asia, isn't it, Will? Thank you for that. I do think that they have. Whoa! It didn't load the. It didn't load the initial cutscene. Damn it! I really wanted you guys to see that. 2 seconds. These controls are all over the place. Give me a second. Oh man, I hope that the movies aren't not working. Run is this way. Yeah, sorry. 2 seconds, guys. Let me just get this sorted. Get ready. Okay, we're here. Yeah, I think that's a Play Asia-ish technical error. I think they've jumped the gun on that. I don't think it's legitimate. 2 seconds, guys. I just want to turn up the sound a little bit because it is a little bit on the quiet side. Give me a moment. Let me just turn it down. Eddie, how's it going? Great to have you in the chat. Appreciate you dropping by. Whoa, that's loud as fuck now. Okay, man, look at this game, dude. It looks unbelievable. Whoa. Yeah, all still good. Oh, iconic. We are going to be skipping these. Let's. Oh, the boy, man. Dude, I'm getting excited.
Freeze!
Who are you? What are you doing here?
Who are you? What are you doing here?
Hold your fire! I'm a human!
Sorry about that, babe.
Sorry about that.
Eric dropping gifts over on the TikTok. Thank you very much, sir. Appreciate that.
What's
going on in this town? Hold on.
I don't have a clue. By the time I noticed something was wrong, the entire city was infested with zombies.
Don't you worry, girlie. You'll be safe in here. Eddie G with the game controller. Thank you very much. That's very kind of you. Gaz, how are you? Okay, so we won't be picking anything up here. I've got a little bit of an Easter egg for you guys to see. So what you want to do is you want to get to the police station without picking anything up. Who knows, James? I'm hoping that they do a classics collection. Depending on the outcome of tomorrow's state of play is going to dictate on what video I do on Friday. If if nothing exciting happens outside of, outside of Silent Hill, I'm going to be putting up a video about a classics collection. Okay, right. So, oh, I haven't got quick turn on. Oh no. Right, so you want to take these. You want to take these hits. And move straight on. Hey, Kanto Bots, how's it going? Great to have you in the chat. Wes, were you talking about why is it like that in regard to 50 hertz and 60 hertz? I actually don't know. I think it was to do with like television standards at that point in time. Oh, gotta be careful of Misty. Oh, there we go. Man, you really, this game really taught you tank controls. Let me tell you, like Resident Evil 1, it didn't really, but this game like really put you to the test for tank controls. Oh man, this game looks so beautiful. What do you guys think? Right, so we're gonna kill Misty on the floor here. F in the chat for Misty. Dude, look at these textures. Oh. Disturbed, how's it going? As much as I hate tank controls, I love them. We love to hate them. Okay, we've made it to the police station game. And if you did that correctly, with zero issues, there's a friend waiting for you down below. Edward, thank you for the follow, appreciate that. Who is this? Is this Chad Vickers? Yes, so if you get all the way to the police station without picking anything up, you encounter the Brad Super Zombie. So we where's my oh man, I bound it to the wrong button. 2 seconds. There we go. Hey Donna, how are you? Looks mint just like Scotland after we win the Euros this summer. Now. Let's walk before we run. Right, so we've got 15 bullets, which won't be enough to take out the zombies. This zombie is a super zombie, let me tell you. So we are going to go and fetch some ammo. Here we go, gang. Oh, this track goes. Oh, dude. The soundtrack, the pan up, the iconic main hall. You are witnessing 1998 cinema is what you're witnessing right now. Unbelievable techers. Big Keno with the Prime subscription. Thank you very much. Thank you for the support. That's very much appreciated. Welcome to Team Biohazard, my friend. Look at this place. When I think of Resident Evil, this is what I think of. The iconic main hall. Hey, Annie Oscar, how are you? Oh, man. Taserface, how's it going? Thank you for the follow. The boy!
Oh, man. Who are
Bro,
you?
this game's fucking smiles per gallon. Smiles per
You
gallon,
must be
man.
the new guy. Leon. Sorry, but it looks like your party
Has been
has been
cancelled.
cancelled. What happened? About 2 months ago, there was this incident involving zombies in a mansion located in the outskirts of this city. Chris and the other STARS members discovered that Umbrella
was behind everything.
They
Melissa,
risked
let's
their lives
sorry,
to
Natalie,
reveal
let's go.
truth,
I have Melissa in my head. I don't know why that.
but no one
Hope you're doing well.
believed them. Not long after that,
All this started to happen. Oh man, this game!
Hang in there. Don't worry about me. Just rescue the survivors in the other rooms.
You can.
Here,
This is
Take
technically
this
this is the
keycard.
first playthrough,
You
Scoot.
should be able to unlock the doors in the hall with this. Now go.
Oh, thank you,
What?
Natalie. Do you think it's
Just
okay?
go.
Fine.
Fine, but I'm coming back for you. Just hold on.
Oh man, I forgot to put my fan on. Give me a second. I'm dying in here. Ah, sorry about that, gang. Sorry about that, babe. I thought you were one of them. Hey, Justin, how are you? Great to have you in the chat. Okay, right, so let's grab those pistol bullets. We're going to unlock the door here. Yeah. I don't even know what happened. I still don't know what happened there, Natalie, to be honest. I mind my own business. Oh, sorry, James. Yes, that was kind of bizarre. I don't know why they put the PS2 version of Tomb Raider Legend on there. I really was expecting the remaster, but we'll see. Nothing really, Lulu Laser. We've finally got into the RPD here. Oh yes, I forgot this is the Japanese version, so it doesn't go off. It doesn't go off that. Okay, let's take out Bradicus. This is a strong boy, let me tell you. Again, if you're enjoying the stream today or you've just tuned in for the very first time, Andy here, Biohazard Declassified. I'm a dedicated Resident Evil content creator. I do a lot of streams, memes, daily Resident Evil content across all of the social media platforms and streaming platforms. So if you're enjoying you're enjoying yourself today, drop a cheeky like, drop a cheeky follow, and let's celebrate one of the fucking best, finest games ever made, Resident Evil 2. It'd have to be Leon B. Leon B's a special one, Paige. Thank you. Rizina, thank you very much for all the roses. I can tell you why. Yeah, go on. Go on, James. I mean, the remake is exceptional. Resident Evil 2 remake is exceptional, but they just fundamentally got it wrong with these scenarios. I don't know whose call that was, but it just doesn't work. The scenario system in the remake just doesn't work at all. Oh, the iconic item box. So we did pick up the special key. I'm going to show you some of the bonus stuff you get out of that. Now, this is Resident Evil, man. You're walking into brand new areas. You don't know what's around the corner. You've got files. Gives you a snapshot of what happened in this facility before we arrived. And again, Leon was turning up here for the very first time, a naive cop, not a stupid cop like he was depicted in Welcome to Raccoon City, not incompetent, but naive. He don't know what's happening. He's experiencing all this for the first time just like we are. That's what's special about Resident Evil 2. It's ordinary people in extraordinary situations. And that's what makes it special. You've got this rookie cop on his first day. You don't know what he's going up against. And you've got this lady who just... This high school student or university student, college student, what have you, who's trying to find her brother. She don't know what's going on. She's experiencing all this for the first time just like you are. And that's why I think it's going to be difficult for these older characters. Say if we do a Resident Evil 9, what story are they going to tell? Because, like... Claire and Leon at this point in time, they didn't have much of a character. They were moulded into the character that they are now. They've gone through that character change of being the naive, oh, I don't know what's going on, I'm going to take everything step by step, to being these badasses. What stories do they tell then? That the arc has already been finished. So I'd love to know your guys' thoughts about how they approach a Resident Evil 9, and let's say they bring back Leon and Claire. How do they navigate that? Jem, thank you very much for the follow. Oh yeah, the iconic liquor, man. Love it. Love the iconic liquor. Yeah, up, up, down, down, left, right, aim. In the menu is for infinite ammo. Here we go, gang. For some reason, I don't think I've enabled movies, which is really frustrating. Ellie, how are you? His head seems to have been twisted off. Now, in the original, in the beta version of this, not 1.5, the actual beta of Resident Evil 2, a head would drop down, because obviously he's missing a head. Now, for whatever reason, this was censored. So he drops down, and a head would follow. It didn't make that into the retail release, unfortunately. But that's a bit of a shame. That would have been scary as hell. Oh, yeah, thank you very much, Ellie. Listen, We're playing one of the best games ever made. I'm having a good day. Thank you for the heart. It's appreciated. Do you think they will continue the RE game after RE9, maybe with new character or a reboot? I don't know, man. I don't know what more they can do. But I'm open to, you know, these people are far smarter than I am, so I am looking forward to seeing what they work on. Oh, yeah, you're not wrong there, Catherine. That was terrifying. So we are going to pick up the jewel here. I can never remember if there's pistol bullets here. Or I think I might be on Claire's campaign. So there are, like, a few differences. Like, even though Claire A and Leon A are fairly similar outside of some story elements, like, some of the item locations have changed, which can spin you off a little bit. Okay. How good does this game look, guys? This looks so razor sharp. Oh, boy. Again, the music, exceptional. Oh, good night, sweet prince. Oh, boy. Did you see RE0, 5 and Code Veronica been ported to PS5 with physical releases? Raccoon City Pizza, I did see that earlier before I went live. I wouldn't put too much stock in it. That's Simply Play Asia putting placeholders up, just in the event that that is the case. So yeah, don't put too much stock in it right now. Although I'm open to being wrong. Leon is literally love of my life. Oh man, he's one of the perfect Resident Evil characters. Even though Chris Redfield is my favourite Resident Evil character, Leon's pretty up there. Wizzy, thank you for the follow. We used a special key. So we picked up that key from Brad earlier after we finished him. I won't take that as criticism, chat, yeah. Hope you're doing well. But yes, I mean, one thing I'll always say, never been a speedrunner. I really like playing the style I play, because we can all kind of take it in, enjoy some nostalgic memories, get some real good interactions going in chat. I'm not saying you can't do that in a speedrun stream, but it's a lot harder to achieve. So you get two costumes here. You get the skull costume, which was actually in Resident Evil 4 Remake. Nice tribute they did there. And you get the vest costume. So I'm going to show you both of them because they're really, really cool. Martrix, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. So here's the first one. Look at this. And actually, Leon holds the gun on the side. It gets removed when you put the stock on the gun and you turn it into the Matilda. But yeah, he holds it all gangster for some reason. I don't know why they included that, but it's I always found that kind of fascinating. So yeah, we've got this one, and then we've got the tank top, as you can see here. Very cool. I love the skull one. The skull one's pretty special. Don't know if I said this already, but I've met Nick Apostoli as the K Remake Leon. Yeah, he's a cool dude, man. We did a live interview of him. I mean, I've known Nick for a couple of years, well, ever since Resident Evil 2 Remake come out. And he's a really special guy, man. Got a lot of time for Nick. The vest is very 90s gangster. I agree. Oh! Oh! Ah, you see, something that they've patched in here. They've patched in the broken window. That window is not normally broken in retail Resident Evil 2. It could be Raccoon City Pizza, but we'll see. We'll see. In terms of what Dusk has been talking about recently, I don't know why Dusk is trying to go out of his way to disprove other leakers. I think or the rumor mill. I think he should focus on what he knows rather than what he doesn't know. And I don't know. At the end of the day, I'm a Resident Evil fan. I'll like whatever, but I just don't see them remaking a Resident Evil 0 before remaking Resident Evil 1 Remake. 1 Remake is so much more meaningful than Resident Evil 0. But at the end of the day, I'll play it. Hey, thank you. Oh, who's this? Who's this fuckstick? 2 seconds. Sorry, I just realised that this whole stream I didn't have my fucking Facebook chat up. Apologies everybody on the FBG. Hope you're all doing well. Thank you all for tuning in. Andy here, Biohazard Declassified. Welcome to Resident Evil 2. Let me blow this up here. Thank you for all the likes, very kind of you. Heather's in the chat. Let's go. Yeah, my bad. That's my bad. Hands in the chat. Hanna. Thank you. Appreciate you. Like loud. Thank you. Is it simple? Is it easy? Do you like it? It's kind of minimalism, you know. And you can probably see, I don't know if I've got it on this. I think I got it on this side. There's like channel points you get now. And if you watch the stream or you gift to the stream, it comes up on the TikTok like as a little leaderboard. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I'm so sorry. Let me. You know what? It's like I've got 400 billion windows open, but that is no excuse. So we will get that rectified for you, gang. Do not worry. Have no fear. Ethan, how are you? Ken, man, we got all the boys and the girls in the chat. This looks unreal. Thank you, Andy. Hope you're doing well. John's in the chat. Andy, Martin, man. People are turning up across the platforms. We've got some serious viewership over on the FBG. Man, everybody's all over the place. I love it. This is what it's all about. It's all about everybody connecting with Resident Evil 2. By far, the best Resident Evil game ever made. Bar none. We're going to pick up the shotgun. How do I win? I think you just got a gift and you just got to watch. You don't have to watch. You don't have to gift. You can just watch. Viva 80 with the roses. Yes, Jordan Graves. We are running this with the Seamless HD project, which is a modification of the PC version. Everything's like AI upscaled and all that sort of fun stuff. It looks sharp, let me tell you.
Leon!
Let's go, Alexis. Love that.
Good to see you're still among the living. It looks like we're not.
Evan, we're going to be playing this until we finish. So I think we're probably going to be on about an hour and a half, 2 hours. Nope, RE3 is better. Okay, let's get the conversation going. RE2,
There's no
RE3,
reason
let me
for us
know.
to stay any longer than necessary.
What's good, what's
Let's
better?
split up, look for any survivors, and get out of here.
Oh, Jack, apologies, my friend. For
Right.
some reason, so I've got two
One
different...
last thing. Here's a
I've got
radio.
two different
Take it.
TikTok chats up, and
That way we can keep
it
in touch
doesn't
if anything
show
happens.
everyone's comments on the actual TikTok. I was going to talk to Retro Hub about this actually, because the actual TikTok app misses off comments. So like Jordan's just put ignore my question, but this isn't uncommon. I've had this before. Let me see if I can dig out your comment. Where did you get this RE1 banner? Yes, right, okay. That is not. This is bizarre. Look, I don't know if you'd be able to see this. Here's the TikTok chat. Jack's comment is just not here. I don't know why that is, but anyway, moving on. I got this from TeePublic, so it's got a wider screen on TikTok, on the TikTok stream, I think. So you should be able to see it clearer. But I got this from TeePublic. It was not cheap. It's like 1.5 meters by like 1 meter. It's huge, but it looks good. We've actually got Metal Gear Solid up here. You can't really see it off the screen. We got the Resident Evil poster, and we got Tomb Raider at the back there. It looks absolutely fantastic. Yeah, so Resident Evil 2. Resident Evil 2 versus Resident Evil 3. Who wins and why? Bro, even this has been upscaled. I think this is by... Yes, this was by B-Serve. I'm pretty sure B-Serve did this. But if you don't know who B-Serve is, he's my graphic designer. Very special dude. He's actually going through some shit right now, actually. He lives in the Philippines, and a typhoon has attacked his... well, I say attacked. Obviously, it's an act of God, but... yeah, a typhoon has actually gone through his village, so he's kind of having a bit of a clean-up operation. So, yeah, we're rooting for your brother. We hope he is well. He's safe, but he's got a little bit of a clean-up on his hands. So, shout out to B-Serve. We love that man. Oh! Sorry, I'm too busy messing around. Oh no, we're on caution. Resident caution has returned. Hand with the subscription. Let's fucking go. Appreciate that as always. Hunter. It's silly, but one of the reasons I want to become a police officer is if one day the dead don't want to stay dead, I will want to prepare. I live in Belgium. It's a pain in the ass to have a gun. Yeah, I feel that, man. I feel that. Hey, mate. Hey, Com's in the chat. Let's go. Great to have you in the chat. If it is in addition to ours, is the source that leaked RE8 the same one that spoke to you about RE1 Remake? Yes and no. I had multiple sources on Resident Evil 8 at the time. And Resident Evil 8, I actually had playtesters that played the game that reported the details to me. So, yes and no. I naturally, just like any journalist or whatever, I wouldn't ever give my sources out there. But yeah, it's the same person. That's why I posted it, because there's a little bit more weight than someone just reaching out to me and randomly writing to me, you know. I hope that makes sense. I love this song so much. Yes, Brian, this is HD mod. Seth, how's it going? Thank you. Hey, Viva, thank you. Andy, I need to know how the ranking system works. Type TikTok channel points. I was trying to work it out in the stream before I started, but I couldn't work it out. All I know is Nico's top. Nico always watches my streams. But Hannah, you always watch my streams, so I'm not sure how it works. Hand with the roses, let's go. Oh! Oh, that was so close. RE3 for nostalgic reasons, RE2 for story and overall Resi feel. Yeah, I feel that. Resident Evil 3 is an exceptional game, by the way. But Resident Evil 2 just edges it for me. Like I edge every time I play this game, let me tell you. I don't, honestly. My hands are up here. Okay. Let's put Licky Boy to sleep, shall we? Oh, shit. Good night, sweet prince. All day, every day, Lou. Serial gooner. No, I'm joking. I have a wife and children now. yeah, we need a hand cam. I need to play the game like up here. This is just my natural hand position. I've not just got like I don't need both hands, honestly. Right, let me go through here. How to download the mod, sir? So you're going to need the PC version. The seamless what is it called? The Source Next version from 2006. If you get that, install that. It's very simple. You just go on Resident Evil, just type Resident Evil 2 Seamless, drag and drop the files, and it's good to go. I'm not quite sure, Natalie, to be honest. Cool t-shirt as well, specially made. Yeah, so this is a shameless promotion. This was actually an old merch design I had made up like 4 years ago. Yeah, it looks pretty fresh. Got my logo on it, and it's got herbs and ink ribbons and shit. Which you can purchase, by the way, at Biohazard.Declassified.clothing. I repeat, that's Biohazard.Declassified.clothing. Yeah, I'm in need of a massive revamp. Like ever since I did the Keeper's Diary, I've just completely fallen off of merch. So, and then I had decided to have children, and everything slowed right down. So we're gonna get that sorted. Hey, Aaron, how are you? Have you ever watched Space with Simon Pegg? Yes, I have. Well, I've not seen it, but I know what you're talking about. You're talking about the episode with where he plays Resident Evil 2, and he's like, "Stop sneaking up on me." Born Seller. Okay, right. So we have picked up one of the many keys you get in the game. It's nice and quiet now we destroyed that liquor. Hey, Rachel, how's it going? Great to have you in the chat. How are you doing today? We're doing very well. We're taking it easy, playing the best game ever made. So actually, we're doing extremely well. So, I will talk about something, and I won't, like, expand on it too much. But basically, we had a very talented creator over on YouTube by the name of Samurai Edge. And he put out a he put out a video on the Keeper's Diary, and it implied, like the thumbnail and the title implied that it was cancelled. I don't know whether that was his intention, because when you watch the video, it's just quoting like a couple of tweets that I'd put out. And yeah, I just want to say, like, the issue's resolved and everything like that. He obviously apologised. As you can appreciate, we have a lot of backers behind that project, the Keeper's Diary, and if someone puts out something and saying that the Keeper's Diary is cancelled, that has obviously massive implications on us. So we was very quick to kind of nip it in the bud and say, listen, the project's not cancelled, don't worry, we're just a little bit, well, I say a little bit, we're a little bit behind schedule, so have no fear. If you've got any questions, kind of let us know, but definitely don't say that the project is cancelled, because that is dangerous. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, chat. Yeah, and that's what we didn't want. We like, I straight away got straight behind it. It was like, no, it's not cancelled. Please do not even, like, don't even imply that it's cancelled, because you're just going to whip people up into a frenzy, and I don't think that's fair. So yeah, this is Resident Evil 2. Yeah. Hey Keith, let's go. How are you, sir? And I think the last thing people want to hear is that the game's cancelled. So oh, excuse me, the film's cancelled. So for all intents and purposes, yeah, it's not cancelled. We are probably, it's got to be within the next couple of weeks. We'll have an announcement for you. Hey Kizza, how's it going? Thank you very much for the gifts. Hope you're doing well. Appreciate you dropping by. Click on share, then gain points, but it won't let me use them tonight. I'm not sure then, Natalie. I'm not sure how it works. Ash, how are you? Great to have you in the chat. So yeah, basically what I want to say is Samurai Edge obviously put the video out. There's no issues, there's no beef or anything like that. You don't need to, like, everything's been squashed. The world is right again, is what I'm trying to say. He apologised, he didn't mean the implication, because it literally was a thumbnail and it said, like, Keeper's Diary cancelled. I was like, brother, what are you doing? It says you need to set up a guessing game for us. I'll have to have a look into it. I'm not quite sure. Hey, thank you very much for the gifts, Kizza. Appreciate that. Oh, this one. Resident Evil 4 and Breaking Bad. Don't remember that. Huh? What was your earliest memory playing Resident Evil? So I used to watch my parents play Resident Evil. I used to watch my parents play Resident Evil 2 specifically, and you know, it's just kind of carried on throughout my life. I fondly remember watching my mum and my uncles all. They had like the PS1, the small PS1, and they was all playing Resident Evil 1. I remember that, but I don't remember. And I remember playing Resident Evil 3 on easy mode, and then when I got up to Nemesis, I'd give it to my dad to sort out. Yeah, I'm 29 as well, Ellie. Oh, I didn't mean to do this. That's okay. No worries, Lulu. Thank you. Yeah, we're doing okay. Thank you, one and only. Kizza. I remember Mum and Dad saying I had to turn away when the first zombie was revealed. Yeah, that was terrifying. Oh, can we get a triple headshot here? Oh! Not quite a triple headshot, but we did kill 3 of them in one shot. Nice. Sam, I used to watch my dad play Resi 3, and I fondly remember being utterly terrified of Nemesis. Agreed. Biggest jump scare on RE2. Oh, it's got to be the liquor, by far. The liquor was terrifying. Or when the zombies first burst through the window and attacked Kendo. That was pretty terrifying, I must admit. We're going to come back to this area. Do you know what? Yeah. My parents were pretty liberal on what let me watch scary stuff. Like, I remember watching Nightmare on Elm Street. I remember watching an episode of The X-Files and being absolutely fucking, like, mentally scarred. I was like around my nan's house, and I remember like the telly went on to X-Files, and it was just this like alien eating this woman or something. I think it was X-Files. And yeah, that just scared the shit out of me. So, hey Mark, how are you? Lewis, thank you. Hope Capcom will do a better remake for Code Veronica. Yeah, I hope so too. Come on, Kendo voice Andy. Alright then, go on then. I ain't got no clue, darling. By the time I noticed something was wrong, the entire city was infested with zombies. Don't you worry, girlie. Hey, we are hardcore. How's it going? I watched The Exorcist when I was 9, scarred me for life. I remember watching Nightmare on Elm Street. I wasn't too scared of that one. Thank you, Bashir. We're going to go back and grab the custom handgun. Thank you, Aaron. Appreciate that. Man, really awesome today. Where is everyone watching my stream from today? Always love doing this. Oh, what am I doing, man? I'm the wrong way. Sorry. Yeah, where's everyone watching my stream from today? City and country. Let's make it happen. Wow, what a Kendo impression. I'm reading something right now and I thought you were the real deal. They should have asked me to do the remake. They should have asked me. Now, man, Peter, you old as shit. Let's go, Evil Hills. Love that. Evening, mate, from sunny Dartford. Let's go, Tyrant. How are you, sir? Yeah, it's the only way we break the algorithm. We have a little Facebook Illuminati group where we have basically all of the Facebook Resident Evil streamers, and the only way that we can get now seen in the algorithm on Facebook is if we tag GTA 5. And dude, you're seeing it, so it's working. Because I guarantee if tag Resident Evil wouldn't come up. Oh, what are the odds? 2 people from the same town and island. That's amazing. Colombia. Hey, puppy. Let's go. How's it going, Felipe? I did say I was going to do this later, but I guess we're doing it now. I went on autopilot. Philippines. Let's go. Well, Kanto, did you have a typhoon recently? Because my graphic designer B-Serve lives in Philippines, and his house has just been destroyed by a typhoon. What a weird algorithm. I don't ask questions about Facebook gaming anymore. I still cover it because, you know, it's my main platform. But yeah, I'm just looking at this point. I'll cover it. I'll make sure that everybody still receives my streams on there. But ultimately, we want to start pushing it elsewhere because otherwise, I'm just not going to get seen. It's really unfortunate. Even if you've never commented in the stream before, city and country, let's make it happen. Where you from? We know where Hannah's from. Thank you for the Tiny Diny, by the way. Speaking of Tiny Diny, we're due a Dino Crisis remake at some point. Let's go, Lee. How are you, sir? Man, long time no speak. I swear it's been forever since you was in the chat. Hope you're doing well. Chatham Medway. Big up, Chatham. I was in Chatham the other day. Why was I in Chatham the other day for? Oh, yeah, so I still get, even though I live in Snodland, I still get my hair cut in Walderslade. my barber's the goat. Let's go, Dake Bay. Thank you. Okay, we will come back to this. Good old hole. Glorious, Natalie. Get this door unlocked. How would you pronounce, is that Steiner? Because isn't the K and the J silent? Maybe. Let's go, Chris. Months ago, I remember seeing you in the car. I was like, oh no, that's Andy. Where'd you see me? Do you know what's funny enough, man? Everyone keeps seeing me recently. Like this year, bearing in mind, I've been doing this like 5 years or so. I was in Brighton, and someone was, one of you probably was in here when it happened. Somebody said, hey man, was you in Brighton on the weekend? I was like, yeah man, I was. He went, oh yeah, I saw you. And then I was in Moat Park in Maidstone. And same thing. Some guy went, "Hey man, was you out with your wife and kid?" I was like, "Yeah, man." He was like, "Oh yeah, I saw you." Just like never had that with Biohazard before. Hey, Angelus, how are you? What's your best platform to watch your stream on? I hate missing the other chats. It's completely up to you, to be honest. I mean, they've all got their own intricacies. Everyone's active on all of them, which is really nice. It keeps my brain really active during the streams. Hey, Mr. White, how's it going? Great to have you in the chat. Man, we are killing it today. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in as we play our favourite game of all time, Resident Evil 2. No, don't think you have that pronunciation. We probably don't, actually. Music City, USA, baby. Let's fucking go. Smashing it as always. Thank you, Lee. Appreciate that. Yeah, let's go, Munch Biscuit. Thank you for the follow as well. That's very kind of you. What was the X-Files episode you was on about? All I can remember is like this. He kind of looked like the guy in Men in Black. You know, the guy who's like, "Sugar, more," and he like pulls his face back like. He kind of looked like that. Like, that's all I can remember. Bearing in mind, I was probably like 4 or 5 when I saw this, so my memory might be a little bit hazy. But I just remember him just standing up, going like, and then he like bites this woman on the ground. It was definitely an X-Files episode. I just can't remember what it was. What's the guessing game on TikTok Live? Natalie asked me this. I don't know. We'll have to figure it out. Let me tell you something, brother. Only real Resident Evil fans love Resident Evil 2, brother. Stain chair? The hell? That's crazy. Do you know, X-Files. Was it X-Files? No, it wasn't. Was it X-Files? I'm sure it was. I'm sure X-Files, back in like the early 90s, they did a crossover with cops, you know, bad boys, what you gonna do when they come, you know, the reality show Cops. They did a crossover with X-Files, and it was like found footage, and it was like an alien. It was like, it looked like a Cops episode, but it was obviously fictitious, and it was about this fucking alien. It was amazing. Hey Gary, how are you? Great to have you in the chat. Thank you very much for the stars as always, sir. Hope you're doing well, sir. Yes, that was 99% right. Yes, there was a PS1 X-Files game. I remember it being like, it wasn't CG, it was like real. It was like real life, but it wasn't. Why am I going this way? Yeah, that was an unintentional CLT, so I apologise. Thank you for the roses. No death roses in Resident Evil, fortunately. Hey, Nicky Lee, how are you? So, I live in Brighton then, Andy. Then I still live in Dartford, like I have for 37 years. I did live with my dad for a while at the top of Chatham Hill and Waldersley. We lived there for like 6 years. Yeah, man. Yeah, that's my ends. That's my stop leave around. Chatham kid at heart. I completely forgot to... No, I did do it. Sorry. Right, let me grab these. Okay. Damn. Oh. Tumo, how's it going? Great to have you in the chat. You've really mastered this game playing without hands. You're a funny guy, man. Gotcha. Right. Oh yeah, there was shotgun ammo here. And there was I'm sure there was a key in here as well. I remember all different TV show games. Did anyone play The Weakest Link on PS2? I didn't play on PS2, I had the PS1 version. There was The Weakest Link, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. 5 years and I didn't know you were Kent lad. Yeah, dude. Yeah, man. Well, my stomping ground, I guess, would be Walderslade. So I lived in Walderslade until I was about 18. And then I moved to Lordswood, briefly. Then I moved actually into St Mary's Island, Chatham. Then I moved to Gravesend for a bit. And then I bought a house in Snodland. So, can we do a gift vote poll thing? Yeah, I'm not sure what that means, but yeah, feel free to. Okay, right, so we're starting to build some plugs up now. Bro. Jordan Grayson, Ethan Page. Yeah, I suppose we have to talk about that. I'd be remiss not to. Yeah, that was pretty wild. I did not expect that. I'm just hoping it's not in one direction. I hope it's in both directions. Because that would be cool. Like, I put something in the chat. I need to come up with a question. What does that mean? I hope like, I don't know, people that aren't being used on WWE TV can go over to, go over to TNA. That'd be awesome. Okay, right, so let's move on. Right, as this is the Resident Evil retrospective, I'd be remiss not to ask what everyone's favourite Resident Evil game is. Obviously, everyone knows my favourite is Resident Evil 2, but even if you've never commented in the stream before, and this is your first time, or you often lurk in the streams, get involved in the chat. I want to know your favourite Resident Evil game of all time, and why. I was working up in London, never again. Yeah, London's a shithole, man. To go front, quite crazy time, busy city. Yeah, it's just like, I mean, even down here, everyone's pretty friendly. Gary, thank you for the follow. Melissa, thank you for the compliment. Everyone, the 3 people said that now. That's great. Is this better? Do you like this? Is it cleaner? Josh with the 100 bits. Let's go. Oh, that'd be cool. I didn't think about that, Nick, but you're right. That'd be amazing. Aaron, how are you? Resident Evil 3, the original. Let's go. Love that. Legion War Gunny. First and favourite Resident Evil game is 4 because it was the first game I played. Oh, that's amazing. I love that. Dude, I have some memories about Resident Evil 4. So, I first bought the GameCube version. My parents, like, my mum was hyped for Resident Evil 4. She's like, oh my god, there's a 4th Resident Evil game come now. We've got to get it on day 1 or soon after. And Toys R Us were running a promotion at the time. If you buy Resident Evil 4 on GameCube, you get a free copy of Need for Speed Underground 2. They would never do these sorts of deals anymore. And that's probably why Toys R Us doesn't exist anymore, to be honest. But yeah, I was just like, holy shit. So like, we got it. It was really cool. It was completely different to what me and my brother had first played. Was walking through the village, and then we got killed by the chainsaw guy and was like, not playing that. Scary as hell. And we didn't play it for like, I don't know, 6 months because we jumped on Need for Speed. And then we went back to it, and it was amazing. Resident Evil 4 is a special game. Hey, Kitsu, how are you? Hey, my Trickster, you made it to Twitch. Love that. Mine's the very first Resident Evil that come out, and I first played it on the Sega Saturn. Love that. I've actually got the Sega Saturn port. Hey, bro, Xander, how are you? Nice jacket you got there by Leon. What? Nice jacket you got there by Leon. What jacket? What jacket? What scenario are you playing right now? We're playing Leon A. Danny, how are you? Original RE2, best best and first play game. Dude, Code Veronica's good, but it's so long, man. Hey, Lucy Lover, how are you? Great to have you in the chat. 2 OGs, 4 Scenarios are just goated. No better Resident Evil. I'm in complete agreement, Lucy Lover, let me tell you. They just fundamentally got it wrong with Resident Evil Remake. They had such a unique opportunity. And really, I would say that the Resident Evil 2 Remake scenarios, they're almost like an arranged mode, if anything. They're not like a true Scenario B. And that's a real shame. They really cocked it. Of all the positives about Resident Evil 2 Remake, they really cocked it up with that scenario system. They could have had two. I mean, look at Separate Ways in Resident Evil 4 Remake. That is like a real B scenario for Resident Evil 4. That's what Resident Evil 2 should have had. Here's Marvin. Oh man. Let's get your ass in the chat ready, gang. But yes, if you're just tuning in for the first time, Andy here, Biohazard Declassified. I'm a dedicated Resident Evil content creator, do a lot of streams, memes, daily Resident Evil content, so if you're enjoying the stream so far, drop a follow. Be really appreciated. And if you're watching on the TikTok, you're watching on YouTube, you're watching on Facebook Gaming, drop a like, always helps us out in the algorithm. Thank you. Amy, appreciate that. Poll ended without any votes. Oh? I didn't even say anything. Is Leon male? Oh wow, you can actually vote for, that's amazing. I didn't even know that's the thing. I'm gonna leave you doing that, Han. I'm gonna leave you doing that. Okay, right. Let's move on. Did meet some lovely people outside the city, literally 2 walk streets. Oh, I see. That's very good, Evil Hills. Since you didn't come. Huh? I've got too much gear on me. Let me put some of this away. We don't know Ari. These Ari rumours lately are getting out of control. Oh, I should be careful with what I say. It's one of them, like, I'm hoping, obviously everyone's got their own ins, I guess. I don't want to bury anyone else, obviously, but everyone's got their own ins, everybody's got their own sources, and listen, I had some information that was presented to me by an old friend. Man, sorry about that. Some motorbikes going past my house really loud. I had some, information given to me by an old friend, fairly trusted source. Had sent me some stuff previously on Resident Evil Village. And, yeah, I mean, for all intents and purposes, if it ends up being incorrect or plans change or anything, it is what it is. What do you want from me? But I'd be remiss not to at least discuss them, which is what I did. But I'm not in a rush to disprove everybody else's leaks. Like, the way I see it, there's like, it's almost like a subgenre of Resident Evil content creation, which is leaks and rumors and stuff. I don't do leaks. I do rumors. I do like playtest discussions, that sort of things. Things that are like, you know, not NDA breaking, basically, like rumors. Like, because by definition, like the amount of times people use the term leak would assume that it's like unquestionably accurate. Which, you know, we have to admit that sometimes people just get it wrong. Like, I remember, like, between me and Dusk, or Biohazard Declassified and Dusk, was talking a lot about Resident Evil Outrage, involving Rebecca. Now, they ended up not going through. They ended up not going in that direction. what else was I going to say? Yeah, they ended up not going in that direction at all, and everybody that reported on those rumours, it was almost like, oh, you're a liar. It's like, well, the plans change, as we know. You know, look at Resident Evil 1.5, dude. That game was nearly finished, and they threw it straight away. So imagine if people were reporting on 1.5 at the time. Well, actually, people were reporting it at the time, and then they just got rid of it. You know, these things happen. I do. Yeah, and some of it is just like he's very clever at drip feeding. I don't know whether clever's the right word, but he's very clever at like drip feeding information. And I don't know why he's holding so much of it back. Just if you believe you've got the right source, and you know whoever it is feeding you some obviously quite clearly solid information. If you can it was just a cluster bomb of information after 2 independent sources had reported on Resident Evil 0. That's what doesn't make any sense. And I have invited you've probably seen the tweet, Lucy Lover. I invited Dusk on to a podcast to talk about it, like not in a shady way or like a catch me out type of way. It's really productive because like if my source is wrong, that's fine, is what it is. And if his source is wrong, it's cool. Like it's good to get I just did a world-class dodge, and I wasn't even paying attention. Yeah, if I end up being wrong, I end up being wrong. It's all good. Hey, thank you, Katie. Appreciate that. Said say hey and send positive vibes. Oh, shit. I didn't dodge that dude, though. Thank you very much, you and Holly. Han, take it easy. Look after yourself. Oh, dude, I'm back on Resident. We're playing Resident Caution again. Oh, no. Let's go. What, the source? Yeah, it's one of them, like, to retain your sources. You don't want to compromise them either. Ooh. And that was one of the requests. I said I'd report on it, but one of the stipulations was that they remained anonymous, because it's not fair. Because you could end up in serious hot water for reporting stuff like that. But yeah, I mean the offer is still open to Dusk, by the way. If Dusk wants to come on and talk to me about some Resident Evil rumours, I would honestly really entertain it. I think it'd be a very fruitful and productive discussion. Plus, to be honest, so many people, it's what I said to him or tweeted to him, so many people like misquote him or straight up lie, and I think that's really unfair. They deliberately misquote what he's saying. I mean, case in point, somebody reported that he reported about the Resident Evil 1 remake rumours, which he didn't. But there is a subculture of like Resident Evil leak content creation, and it almost like sometimes it is kind of driven by like I wouldn't say fake news, but certainly creative news. I hope we all end up being wrong. Yeah, and it's just like, I just reported the news because I thought it was newsworthy. And to be fair, it was, because like everyone covered it. It was kind of weird. Yeah, I'm in the same boat, Jordan. I feel ya. Hey, David, how are you? Wonder how Snake would do. Ooh, that's a good question. Yeah, exactly, Lucy Lover. Just, I mean, look, we've got a state of play tomorrow. Be very interested to see if anything gets announced there. I'm hoping even if it's a side game, that'd be cool. Hey, Jens, how are you? Great to have you in the chat. I'm hoping it's like a side game or something, That'd be cool. I could see that. Oh, I can hear Naughty Boys down here. Hey, Nemesis, how are you? Okay. We're doing very, very well, thank you, madam. Oh, I've gone the wrong way. Dude, this hallway always ruins my perspective. I can never, like, remember which way is which. I was just thinking about how RE story is very ambitious from how it's serialized. Hang on, let me just make it through this corridor and reply to your question. Not sure if you've missed it, but do you have a rumour of the next game? We reported on potentially the Resident Evil 1 remake. I know a lot of other insiders are currently disagreeing with it, or, you know, everyone's questioning each other, but we'll see. We got to wait for Capcom's official announcements, I guess. I can confirm, Cat Shark, that is indeed true. Hey, bud.
Sorry,
How's Faye? How has she been with Mummy Love? She's been amazing, man. Absolutely
fantastic.
fantastic. Just a real no-nonsense getting it done.
Who are you?
Amazing. I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing now if Faye wouldn't be being
And
amazing.
what are you doing here?
I'm looking for some guy named Ben. He's one of
Thanks
those
for asking.
reporter types, always looking for a
And here's
scoop.
Ada.
I heard he was locked up in the... Only there's a wrecked car barring the entrance. I've been trying to find another way inside. If we work together, we can move this thing. Give me a hand here, will you?
I just, like, going back to that Lucy Lover, I just can't see them remaking Resident Evil 0 over Resident Evil 1 remake. Like, I don't know, man. Like, yes, it does need it, but, like, it just doesn't even make sense. Like, it's coming up to 30 years of Resident Evil. Why wouldn't they remake the GOAT, you know? Because they still, like, I've sat and thought about it. People have commented on that video where I said, you know, is a Resident Evil 1 remake really needed? And a lot of people said, yes, but, you know, I'd play it anyway, but not necessarily. But someone actually made a great point that they've not actually established a real canon ending for Resident Evil 1. So what a good opportunity that would be.
Ada, wait!
Agreed, Grandotron. Grandotron, sorry. Like, why would they skip Resident Evil 1 to make 0? Yes, it agreed, it makes sense, but it just seems out of place, you know? I don't know. By the way, I'm open to being wrong. Like, I'm hoping that all of these games are in development. I don't really, you know, to me, I don't really care if, like, another insider ends up being right. At the end of the day, I've not got my finger on the pulse of what Capcom's doing in their offices. I'm only going by what intel I've got right now. Hey Martin, how are you? Do you think RE1 remake will be as short as 3? I think, and this is great, this is actually such a great topic of discussion. I always see this, and it is a real shame, but let me put it in very simple terms. Resident Evil 3 was a complete red herring. They had a vision for Resident Evil 3 that let's say, I mean, it's quite polarizing. Let's say 70% of us didn't agree with. That doesn't set a precedent for the rest of the Resident Evil remakes. Resident Evil 1 remake didn't have any cut content. Resident Evil 2 remake did cut certain things, but I would say it generally, outside of the scenario issues, which we've spoken about, generally a serviceable remake. Resident Evil 3 obviously has issues with cut content. Resident Evil 4 was actually substantially longer than the original, and Separate Ways was substantially longer than the original. So the cut content argument just does not track for me. It happened in one game, they had a vision, the vision didn't work, we move on. In my opinion. Not to come across shitty, of course, Mark.
What do you
hope
want?
that makes sense.
I'm trying to sleep here.
He's the nemesis, Craig.
Is this the guy?
Ben, you told the city officials that you knew something about what's been going on.
What did you tell
didn't
them?
You? What did you tell them?
And who the heck are you?
I'm trying to find my boyfriend. His name's John. He was working for a branch office of Umbrella based in Chicago, but he suddenly disappeared 6 months ago. I heard a rumor that he's here in the city.
Exactly.
I don't know anything. And even if I did, why would I want to tell you?
Okay, I
Agreed,
say
Nathan.
we leave him in there. Does anyone know where they put the key to this cell?
Rachel, we'll come to that point
I have
in just
it
a
right
second.
here, officer. But I'm not about to leave this cell. Those zombies aren't the only things crawling around out there.
Before you lead it right to me.
What was that?
Like I said, I'm not leaving this cell. Get out of here before you lead it right to me.
Hey, I'm not going anywhere. I'm the only
Hey,
cop
Andrew, how
left
are you?
alive in this building.
What?
Look, if you want to live, then you're gonna have to
leave
leave
with
me.
me. I love this game.
Do you even know how to get out of the city? There's a kennel in the back of the building. Inside the kennel is a manhole. Go through and it'll lead you to the sewer entrance.
It won't be
but
easy.
It won't be easy.
All right, I'm going.
Okay. Yeah, he kind of does, doesn't he? If you want to live, then you're going to have to leave with me. See, this was a big problem I had with Welcome to Raccoon City. Hey, thank you very much, Blue88. This is the issue I have with Raccoon City. Welcome to Raccoon City is they portrayed Leon as incompetent, and Leon is not incompetent. He is naive. There is such a stark difference. Like, they just portrayed him as an idiot. Like, there's a perfect scene here. Sorry, in the Resident Evil 2 remake, I've spoke about this before, where Ben tries to get out the cell, and Leon's like, I think I need to talk to Brian Irons first, which is the right thing to do. He's naive, he doesn't know what's going on, he's going to defer to his superiors. But in Welcome to Raccoon City, it's like he's never held a gun before. Very bizarre. Very, very bizarre. Oh, Amy, it's not. No thanks, bro. Man, he says some absolute zingers in the original Resident Evil 4. Right. So we've got. Yeah. I'm gonna bang these in now. Yeah. But by the way, I think that it could have worked with Avon Jogia. Like, if he'd have shaved his facial hair, he looks like Leon. He really does. I don't think his ethnicity was the problem. I honestly think he looked like Leon. But yeah, they just portrayed him very bizarrely. Very bizarrely. Crazy a good RE movie can't be made. Well, let me introduce you to A Keeper's Diary, a Biohazard story, my friend. No, we're doing our bit. We're doing our bit.
I don't think I've introduced myself yet. My name's Leon. I'm with the RPD.
My name's Leon.
It's a dead end.
You think we can get upstairs through this shaft? Give me a boost. I'll go and check.
But yes. Oh, excuse me. But yes, going back to the point about cut content, I know, like, literally, I see it all the time on my posts. Every time I do a new post about, like, what's next for Resident Evil, the comment is always, I don't want them to do a remake because they're going to cut loads of content. When this has only been done once. Like, there have been exceptional Resident Evil remakes since then, and to overlook it and say never to remake a game again because of Resident Evil 3, I think is a bit disingenuous, I would say. That's right, Josh, yeah. And now that we've kind of gone through the creative process of making a Resident Evil film or short film, I mean, not to the extent that, not to the dramatic extent that people think, Kevin. I mean, Resident Evil 2 Remake is still an excellent game and a serviceable remake. Do I prefer Resident Evil 2 the original? Absolutely. Do I think they could have done the what do they call it? The what do they call it? The scenario system, but the character, it's not swapping. Like you can do certain things in scenario A and do certain things in scenario B. They could have done that a lot better, but I don't think en masse it was cut like Resident Evil 3 Remake. There wasn't like whole sections just omitted from the game. Zapping system, that was the exact word I was looking for. Exactly, Joseph. That would be nice, wouldn't it? And that's probably a great topic for discussion. Everybody tell me, I've just given you $100 million, and I want you to make a Resident Evil film. What does that Resident Evil film look like? And by the way, if you've never commented in a stream, get involved. I've given you $100 million, and I want you to make a Resident Evil film. What does that Resident Evil film look like? Where do you go? Where do you take the story? What do you want it to look like? Let me know. That'd be interesting, Gradetron. That's a really interesting idea. I'll start on my recently bought private island. Yeah. Yeah, first thing I would do is set up a
Leon,
a holding company in the Cayman Islands.
Did you find anything?
Right here. Think fast. Here's one more.
What is that?
Hey,
Like, I hear that
can't
a
reach
lot,
the
Lucy
ventilation
Lover, but
hole.
what does that
I'm going to
actually
have to
look
find
like?
another way around. I'll catch up with you later.
Is that a series? Is it a 3-hour epic?
Ada,
Do you do a Resident Evil 1 film, Resident Evil 2 film, Resident Evil 3 film? Because sequels are a law of diminishing returns. Unless it's like Avengers, but obviously that's once in a million. Has anyone noticed, actually, that just film and cinemas have just gone down? Like, what's the best way I can describe this? They're just not what they used to be. Like, I see Furiosa absolutely bombed at the box office, and it had like 180 million. I was talking about this on Twitter. It had $180 million budget. Why does a sequel to Mad Max, which doesn't even have Mad Max in it, why does a sequel have $180 million budget? Who is spending this money on sequels like this? It's absurd. Do they really value the Mad Max IP that much? Jesus Christ. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I used to live opposite a cinema. I used to live opposite a theatre. And I used to go to cinema, like, this was back in like 2018, 2019. I used to live opposite one, so I used to go there all the time. I had an Odeon Unlimited card, and I used to watch like 20 films a month or something. I was that guy that went to the cinema by himself. And post-pandemic, I don't really go to the cinema anymore. I just don't see any reason to. Like, streaming services mostly have stuff, and to be honest, give it a couple of weeks and I guarantee you Mad Max Furiosa is probably on a streaming service anyway. And that's the real reason. Why the fuck? Why would I pay me and my wife to go to the theatre or go to the cinema, spend a bunch of money, have to obviously buy 2 tickets because there's 2 of us, when I could just wait a couple of months, it'll hit streaming services, and I already paid for that, and I haven't got to pay twice. Oh, let's go, Jeebus. I would make a series that start from RE0 and go all the way up to Village. That's awesome. Love that. Use Keeper's Diary. Imagine the stuff you could have done with 180 million. I could probably I would be happy project managing $1 million. Well, no, probably half of that. No, I would say $1 million. I'd be happy as a small team to produce a $1 million film, like, and do all of the accounting myself. Once you start getting above that, I think that'd be very, very, very difficult to manage. Like, by yourself, you'd need like a project accountant. Right. Oh shit! Scared me. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Alien Romulus. Love that. Really looking forward to that. Yeah, there's just not a lot of reason to go to the theatre, Lucy Lover. Like, I think the last film I watched was Oppenheimer. But again, that's like a once-in-a-generation film. I always thought they should make these games into a series. Yeah. The thing is, like, and this was what I've kind of not learned, but this is what I've kind of understood as I'm going. Obviously, when we made the Keeper's Diary, or when we put the budget together for the Keeper's Diary and everyone supported it, we haven't got no investors. Like, there's nobody. Obviously, people backed our project because they believed our vision. We're very grateful, but I've not got like Harvey Weinstein on the phone or anyone from, like, I haven't got any studio execs on the phone telling me how to shoot my film. Like, we have a vision and we stick to it. There is a prerequisite with the Keeper's Diary that obviously you have to have played Resident Evil 1, and I do appreciate with Resident Evil films that to appeal to a casual audience they kind of have to explain a lot of stuff, kind of adapt the games to an audience that aren't familiar with games, and that can be quite tough. But what they do is they make the trick, in my opinion, and again, like, I'm not anyone special, but the way I see it is currently they're making Resident Evil appeal to the casuals, but really they need to get the casuals to like Resident Evil as a source material. That's where it's at. Like, I know that might be quite a hard thing to comprehend, but adapting Resident Evil so it appeals to casuals just doesn't work because you end up appealing to no one. Yeah, that's right. Romero did do a Resident Evil 2 commercial. And there's a really good documentary coming out soon by my friend Brandon Salisbury, which I really recommend you watch when it does drop. It's all about George A. Romero's Resident Evil. My question is, why would anyone ever combine the two pots of Resident Evil into an hour and 47-minute film? It's just a recipe for disaster. So I actually had a meeting planned with Johannes Roberts' agent to talk about him potentially coming on a podcast with me. Johannes Roberts, if you don't know, is the director of Welcome to Raccoon City. Because I'd really like to sit down with him and kind of talk about Welcome to Raccoon City in depth. Not in a way like, you know, I don't think it's productive if obviously I pay all these fees to bring Johannes Roberts onto the channel and then basically shit on Welcome to Raccoon City. That's not productive. But what I want to do is bring him on and hear it from the horse's mouth. We might find that we talk to Johannes Roberts and he's like, yeah, man, like, I had these extended visions for Resident Evil and the studio didn't like it. So they ended up, like, cutting, like, 45 minutes off. Because I do feel like during that film, I really do believe that film, it was almost like missing some elements, like that was cut. It feels like it's missing context. It's like you're missing half the film. Reckon you could get that meeting happening again? Yeah, so I'd literally had it all lined up and I just had a mad week and I just couldn't get the times to line up. But I'm imagining in time, if I reach back out to them, they would probably entertain it. I would really appreciate it if they did. That'd be amazing. I forgot to get the. Actually, I'll leave it for Jill. Claire. I said Jill. How old are you, Andy? I'm 29. Hope you're doing well. How many years since you played Resident Evil for the first time? I was like 4 or 5 years old when I played Resident Evil for the first time. Yeah, it does have some memorable moments in it, for sure. I don't think it's all bad. I think it is disingenuous if you... Oh, fuck, I thought this was empty. My bad. Oh, mate, sorry. I'm being a silly Billy. If I had the funds to fund a movie, I'd produce a Resident Evil movie that fills in the gaps between the games, fills the main lore without stepping on anyone's feet. Yeah, I still think an Arkley Mountains origin story would be amazing. Because again, that's ordinary people in extraordinary situations. It's the way it should be. Oh, big time, Craig, big time. Obviously, we've already spoke about Leon's not miscast, but Leon's poor writing. And then let's talk about Wesker's one. Like, Wesker was almost this, like, they tried to paint him as like a sympathetic character or a sympathetic villain. Is it all worth fighting for? That's not Wesker. Wesker's a piece of shit, dude. Wesker doesn't care. Wesker doesn't care about your feelings. He's going to take everyone and everything that you love away from you in the name of bioterrorism. That is who Wesker is. Oh man, done it again, sorry. Oh, Resident Caution strikes again. Also, no tyrants in Welcome to Raccoon City, but we do know from principal photography photographs that Mr. X was meant to be in Welcome to Raccoon City. There's literally a photograph of his head floating in a jar. So yes, it was meant to be in Welcome to Raccoon City, but that's what I'm trying to tell you guys. Maybe, just maybe, I'm not saying it would have been a masterpiece if all of these extended scenes would have been included, but what I am telling you is we're obviously missing context, which would have potentially have made the film better. We need a director's cut of that film. You know, what if we sit? What if we sit Johannes Roberts down and goes, listen, man, like, I had all these cool concepts and I wasn't allowed to do them, but I still had to carry on the film. He could have said, well, what if he says, I don't know, we was meant to have this storyline with Wesker, this storyline with the Tyrant, we was meant to have hunters in it, whatever, you know, but it all got cut on the cutting room. It all got left on the cutting room floor. He might tell us that, but until someone actually takes time to sit down with him and go, hey man, so what happened with Welcome to Raccoon City then? We'll never know. Imagine if Resident Evil 1 Remake started out with Jill, Chris Barry in the staff's office hanging out, and then they get a call to go to the mansion. Yes, that is what it should be. It was kind of like that mod that person pushed out that got cease and desisted. That was pretty cool. My question is what? Yeah. Wait, did I just miss a comment here? Oh, I thought I missed a comment. Guess not. That was during the storm, and that was about the Outbreak characters, rather than the original Stars team. Although still a cool mod. It's still a shame about that. I was working really closely with Resident Evil Nemesis 30 on the promotion of that. Like, we put a good chunk of content into that. We had, like, developer diaries set up. We was pushing out, like, videos and promotional material. And then he just disappeared off the face of the earth. And it was like, well, we can't really do anything. There's not much more we can do because he's just kind of disappeared. Hey, Brad, how are you? Yeah, they're leaving so much on the table, man. So much on the table. Hey, Beyond the Limits, how's it going? You should wait for the upcoming documentary. Funny enough, I actually directed an interview with Brandon, who is the director of that documentary. I should have it coming out in the next couple of weeks. I've just got to finish off the edit. I shot an interview back in October for the Residents of Evil. Yeah, I don't know why that is, Keevan, actually. I don't know why that is. It's kind of bizarre, isn't it? Hey, the night plug.
No! Get away!
Yeah, that's a good point, actually. So, Resident Evil's budget was significantly cut because of COVID, and they didn't want to take the risk. So that, again, that all plays into why it's important to sit down with Johannes Roberts and really talk about it, you know. Hey, Stu. Yeah, not too much, Evan. Thankfully. Yeah, it just needed a bit more refining Beyond the Limits. That's all it needed. A bit more refining. But for whatever reason...
Damn.
For whatever reason, Constantine wants to go in a
I
different
almost
direction.
got the story. Ben.
Get that scum.
Bitter irony. The chief of police, a co-conspirator. Get that scum. Make him pay. Hang in there, Ben. Oh, my chest. It's burning. What's wrong?
Thanks for the first time chatter, by the way, Beyond the Limits. Appreciate that. Welcome to Biohazard Declassified.
Good God.
I
what
did,
was
Evan.
that?
Thank you.
Where are you going, Ada?
To the chemical plant. I have a feeling that's where I'll find John.
Ada!
No, we could talk about it,
wait.
Evan. I've spoken about
Hey!
it, but more than happy to talk about it again. Interesting.
Do you read me, Claire?
I just don't
We now
understand
have
why they wouldn't
access to
do.
the back of the parking
I
lot.
don't understand why they wouldn't do a Resident Evil 1 remake first.
I'm getting out of here and heading to the sewer. Can you meet me there?
I'm on my way.
Get that scum. Make him pay. I still can't believe how good the textures look in this seamless HD mod. It looks fantastic. Hope it looks good on the stream as well. Oh shit. Hey Chris, how are you? Great to have you in the chat. Fingers crossed Beyond the Limits. I'm on my way. Might as well use this. Yeah, the T-virus is basically like tinsel that you sprinkle on any organism and it turns them into like big biomutants. Look at this naughty boy. too bad at all. Nice.
Ada! What was that all about? Running off like that was reckless
R.I.P.
and stupid.
Paul Haddad, man.
Those zombies are everywhere. Not to mention that thing that got Ben.
I was there, Leon. I know.
Look, Ada. As an officer, it's my job to look out for you. But we're not going to get through this alive if we don't work together. Okay?
All right.
What's your opinion on Dead
We'll do
Aim?
this
Well, you'll
your
have to
way.
wait for the Dead Aim retrospective, Josh. We should be in, all right, a couple of months. Did you know the OG cast from RE1 game are working on a movie about Itchy Tasty Guy called The Keeper's Diary? I'm not familiar with that project. Tell me more about it. Tell me more, sir. I demand to know more about this interesting project. I know Mr. X has a similar AI or gameplay design, but do you think a future Resident Evil game could have a stalker system like Alien Isolation? I mean, yeah, they kind of already do have that. I just have this thing about, like, unkillable bosses. Like, Mr. X is just, he's pretty much unkillable, isn't he? In Resident Evil 2 Remake. In this, he's not too bad. Right. This goes for Oh yeah, tell me more about the project Beyond the Limits. I know the Keeper's Diary is the diary in RE1. Tell me more about it. What more do you know about it that you can shed some light on? Which title would you say is the most underrated? Probably Dead Aim, to be honest. It was the first Resident Evil that was over the shoulder. Okay, right, so yeah, I'm gonna say that. Yeah, it's pretty underrated. Does anybody else have underrated Resident Evil games they'd like to talk about? Because I would say Dead Aim's pretty underrated.
Leon, that woman
And they're
was...
carrying a magnum.
I have to talk to her.
An absolute magnum. RE5. Ooh, that is kind of an underrated title. I don't think it's a great Resident Evil game, but it's an excellent... It's an excellent... what's the word I'm looking for? It's an excellent action co-op game. I would say. Survivor's pretty good. I like that. Resident Evil Gaiden. Oh, Paul, I've got to play that soon. I'm looking forward to it. Wait, hang on a minute. The Keeper's Diary, Biohazard story. You can look it up on YouTube. They funded about $50,000 US $50,000 US on Indiegogo. Oh, let me have a look at this. Let me have a look at this interesting project. The Keeper's Diary. A Biohazard story. Oh, let's have a look. Oh yeah, found the Indiegogo here. Let me see if I can bring it up on screen here. 2 seconds. The Keeper's Diary Biohazard story. Man, this looks really interesting. Man, whoever designed this crowdfunding campaign, that must have been. Yeah, it looks really smart. Let me see if I can bring it up on screen. Actually, 2 seconds. I'm hoping you guys can see this. Yeah, there we go. There we go. So, yeah, The Keeper's Diary Biohazard story. Yeah. No, this does look really good. Look how... Yeah, this is really well presented. Yeah, man. Oh, yeah, Andrew Sorlo, yeah. Oh, yeah, he's the guy from Residentevil, yeah. Oh, wait. Hang on a minute. Hang on, that's me. Wait, what am I doing on... What am I doing on there? What am I doing on The Keeper's Diary Biohazard story? What am I doing on this page? Yeah, sorry, Beyond the Limits. I knew all along because I'm the producer on the project. Yeah, so... Yeah, I'd set all the page up. Flew out in October. It was super fun, man. I can't wait to show everybody when it comes out. It's going to be amazing.
Don't move. You're the one who was with that cop, if I'm not mistaken.
We've only got a couple more weeks, and I assure you, we're going to be dropping some serious bombs.
Ada Wong. Ada Wong. I've heard that.
I can't wait to show you guys. When you see it, you're going to be like,
one of the men from Chicago.
interesting direction. But I hope you like it. I really hope you like it.
Ada and John, I believe. How did you know? Who are you? Annette Birkin. My husband is the man responsible.
Nah, it's all in good faith, Beyond the Limit. It's all in good faith. I was only pulling your leg.
What? John's dead. He became one of those zombies.
If you've got any questions about it, though, feel free to ask me. I'm pretty open book on it.
You will be joining him shortly. I won't let anyone take
Oh, yeah, we love Andy Sperling. We love Andy Sperling.
G-Virus?
The boy.
It's capable of creating the ultimate bioweapon. Its potential is even greater than that of the T-Virus. Then that must mean the creature in the police department is... precisely... my husband, William.
I'm hoping, Alexis... I don't want to talk.
None of this would have happened if they hadn't
when
tried
I
to
talk,
steal his research away
obviously
from
I had to
him.
classify biohazards, which is always dangerous. But I'm hoping that I've got something for you in the next couple of weeks. It's going to be released in a couple of weeks, but I'm hoping I've got a release date to tell you in a couple of weeks.
William should have lost any prior memories he had as a human by now. Even worse, every G-Virus bioweapon, including William, has the ability to implant embryos into other creatures. And create offspring. No.
Wake up, that's a great question. We're talking about Resident Evil 6. I think it just has a bit of an identity crisis. It doesn't quite know what it wants to be. If it wants to be an action game, if it wants to be a survival horror game, etc., etc. What was my acting skills like Beyond the Limit? Did I have you? Was you thoroughly convinced? No, honestly, if you've got any questions about it, let us know. I'd love to indulge you. Yeah, and it got bitch slapped into the next dimension. Do you rate the Revelations games? Are they canon? I mean, the Revelations games, I would say, it was like Capcom were dipping their toe back into survival horror, but still not fully committing. So they fall into this weird hybrid between the two, between action horror and survival horror. They're serviceable. I don't really rate them on the same level as the mainline titles, but they're serviceable. I did, Paul, yes. very interesting stuff. Code Veronica to me makes perfect sense. Obviously. Desperate for a remake. Very interested to see what directions they go in, because I know, you know, as much as, you know, we say about political correctness, I don't want to get too much into it, of course, because people get funny about politics and stuff like that, but because of the world that we do live in now, and it is significantly different from 2001, when Code Veronica X dropped on PlayStation, there are some things that just, that are in Code Veronica that just, it can't work. So the Keeper's Diary of Biohazard story. Let me send... can I send links on? Oh, hang on. Let me get out of here. I think I can send links here. So, the Keeper's Diary of Biohazard story was a crowd-funded Resident Evil film. And basically, it tells the story about the Keeper's Diary from the Resident Evil 1 note. Just shut your eyes and picture that. That's basically what we want. That was our vision. It was a 15-minute short film. It's currently in production. I've probably got a couple more weeks and I'll be able to tell you when the release date's going to be. But we recently put out a trailer on the Residents of Evil. Let me pull it up for you. Where's the longer one? That one. That one. Shh. Damn. I'm trying to reply to you, Evan, but I can't. I'll put it in the chat if you want to see it. But yeah, it's basically a short film. Tells a story about the Keeper from the first Resident Evil film. It's meant to be, we're trying to really portray it as the most authentic Resident Evil adaptation to date. In the remake, should Steve be redone as more chivalrous? There are a lot of things that they need to redo with Steve, especially that airplane sequence. So that was kind of weird. I just think it surely has been a blast meeting the guys. Actually, Andy from Screenfire was out there with us. We had a great time. We had a really, really good time. But yes, surely it's been a blast meeting those guys. It was a tough shoot. I'm not going to sit here and say it was all sunshine and roses, because it wasn't. It was extremely intensive. It was a tough shoot. It was a very compressed program. We was all running on zero, like literally running on fumes the entire week. You know, we not really got over jet lag. We just jumped straight into it. There was a lot of travelling, very little sleep, and it was brutal. But we're hoping in time that will kind of fade away, because we'll be left with this just amazing short film. That's what I'm thinking. Oh boy, how's it going, Zante? Great to have you in the chat. Yeah, precisely that, Lou, yeah. Yeah, the police station and the mansion in Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City did look really good. Yeah, I'm going to be covering the Dark Side Chronicles as well. I'll be surprised if they did Code Veronica and introducing Chris for the first time. Yeah, it's really tough, Michael. I'm so interested to see what routes they go in. We'll surely see the love and see the passion behind the project. Yes, there are a lot of Resident Evil content creators involved with it, really talented individuals, and I'm hoping in time we'll get to see that. I know Let's Talk Resident Evil, Anthony is working on a behind the scenes video, so that should be fun. Oh, I didn't realise there was something there. That was kind of weird.
Leon.
This bullet wound isn't making things any easier.
Quiet, Leon. I'll patch you up. That's 2 I owe you.
Don't mention it.
I just found out. John's dead.
What?
What?
Never mind. Let's just get out of here. The sooner the better.
Let's get out of here. Oh yeah, I need the other one. Yeah, Code Veronica's a long ass game, man. A long game. Man, we got viewers across the board today. Have we got any new faces in the chat that are seeing the stream for the first time? Always love hearing from new people. Even if you've never commented on a stream before, get involved in your chat. Let us know what your favourite Resident Evil is, how you found us, etc, etc. We really appreciate hearing from you. We gotta go! Really hope we get some RE this year. Well, we got this State of Play tomorrow. By the way, I know I normally cover these events, but I'm on these days I'm on quite a limited streaming schedule. If you don't know, my wife gave birth at the start of the year, and obviously, you know, I have different priorities than I had last year, so I stream twice a week now, and I'm probably not going to be covering a showcase unless it's a specific Resident Evil showcase, just so I can spend a bit more time with family. But I will be covering it, like, from a social media point of view. I'll still be live tweeting it. I just won't be live and, you know, giving my extended thoughts and all that sort of fun stuff. Hey, Davin, how are you? Be very interested to see what we get, Tom. Do you agree with all the hate that the Ada voice actor got in the RE4 remake? See, it's kind of, to be honest, Jordan, it's a victim of people being terminally online. Did I particularly rate Ada's voice acting in the remake? Not really. But do I really care? Not really. Like, she did a perfectly serviceable interpretation of Ada. She was obviously directed to do the sequences that she did it in, but to attack her is kind of a bit sad. I don't know why they filmed me to do that. It's a bit weird, but that's, man, people on the internet, dude. You get some weirdos out there. I suppose 2023 was such a huge year for Resident Evil. Like, I really believe that was just, like, I remember saying it last year, like, this is the year for Resident Evil. Like, nothing comes close to this. You know me, Craig. Path of the course on Biohazard Declassified. Oh yes, let me get that. I forgot to get that. Get the custom key. Gotta get that. This is the best Grand Theft Auto 5 stream I've ever seen. You know the score, sir. You know the score. Great to have you in the chat, Tim. Remember, we're elsewhere now these days. Twitch, YouTube, TikTok. Feel free to jump between platforms. Oh shit. Oh, Ada absolutely letting him have it there. Speaking of her, I didn't mind Lily Gale as Ada. The criticism is fair, but harassment is... Yeah, people are weird, man. That's what I mean. Like, I don't particularly rate the performance. I mean, it's a serviceable Ada. She did kind of sound disinterested during it, but she could have been directed to be disinterested. But, you know, listen. It's one of them. Like, I don't like every interpretation of Chris or Leon or whoever, you know. But yeah, when people start being weird and like writing messages to like fictional, like people who play fictional characters, it all starts getting a bit weird. Ada, man, like Kitsch, the based boy's in the chat. Yeah, because she was the live action actor for Ada as well, wasn't she? So, but listen, you can't like every single performance that someone does, or that a character does, or whatever. I think there are better interpretations of Ada. I'm gonna cry about it. Like, obviously, that was Capcom's. It's the same as Resident Evil 3 remake. You know, I didn't really kind of rate Resident Evil 3. I thought it was a serviceable Resident Evil game. You know, there are just better Resident Evil experiences out there. But I don't like voice my displeasure and sending like, you know, developers death threats and all that sort of shit. That's all when it gets a bit corny, to be honest. It's like, man, like, you got anything else you could be doing with your time except sending silly messages. Man, I love this game. Looks so good. Very well, thank you, Tim. I can't remember the last time I talked to you, but my wife gave birth in January, so I've got a little four-month-old. She's absolutely fantastic, and by far is I've taken Magnum bullets, but no Magnum. I don't know what's up with me. By far the most important thing I'll ever do in my life, my best achievement I'll ever do is having children. Hey, right. Can we trust a leak from Dust Golem? Hope Veronica's remake is real. How's your opinion on our remake for the second time? Thank you, Evan. Appreciate that. Yeah, there is an element of that as well, Kitsch. Like, some people are scared of criticism as well, and that shouldn't be. Obviously, it goes without saying that if you're being so terminally online, you're sending death threats to people. That's silly, but at the same breath, if someone's not doing that, you're just scared of criticism. That's also not okay, if that makes sense. I'm also January Baby. I'm on the 3rd. Hers was on the 17th. I'm so happy I remembered that. My wife would have killed me. It's midnight tomorrow, Aaron. You can trust. Dust Column is a trustworthy source. He's put out a lot of stuff recently, so I'm not sure all of it's going to be correct, but there will be elements that are correct, 100%. He is proven in the past that he's correct. Thank you, Donna. We will be... I've probably only got about 15-20 minutes of the game left. Oh boy. And I do want to get it completed.
Ada! Ada? Can you hear me? Come on, snap out of it!
Bro, she just got yeeted. Fingers crossed, Davin. Yeah, exactly that, Kitsch. And that's what I don't want to happen. Like, I don't want someone who's afraid of getting criticised in their role, because it's just like, it is part of the course, but I mean, I've seen it online, like what's his name? Peter Fabiano. Like, he was obviously the director of Resident Evil 3, creative director of Resident Evil 3. He had a vision for Resident Evil 3. Obviously, a lot of people didn't line up with it. It's okay, fine, whatever. This is such a great theme, by the way. like people were like, "Oh, I hope you had a terrible day. I hope your kids die and all that." I remember seeing it. I was like, "Dude, it's a fucking game, brother. Like, chill out. Why are you getting so hyped? Why are you getting so hyped up? Something's not even fucking. It's not even real." Oh, we've got to be careful here. Oh, actually shot the screen. King Johnson, how's it going? Retrospective in the chat. Fingers crossed. Dude, I'm getting roasted here. Let me get up here. Gotcha. I love this gun so much. Your suffering is almost over. yeah, we nearly finished this survival horror.
Ada. Come on, wake up!
Come on, snap
Come
out
on.
of it. I fucking love Leon. I think so. Beyond the limits. Either we remake Outbreak or we simply port it. I would lean more towards a remake, but I'd be okay if they port it.
Welcome back. Hey, take it easy.
Yes, I'll be doing. I'm doing Leon A today, so I'll do Claire B next Wednesday. Then Leon A the Wednesday after, and so on and so forth.
Down with these injuries. Go, save yourself.
I told you, it's my job to look after you.
But you'll be in
I'm hoping
danger
so,
if you stay
Davin.
with
I'm
me.
really hoping so.
I know
I'm really
I've
hoping we
only
get an
known you
announcement.
for a short period of time.
We need something this year.
I really enjoy
How can we have
being with
no
you.
like? Capcom have been on an all-star
I know.
run recently,
I'm
right?
not capable
So-
of caring about anyone, but
I'll let
I
you
don't
finish
want
your
to
dialogue
lose
first.
you.
We're leaving this place together. Wait here for me. I'll be right back.
Ada? Right, so they've been on an all-star run between, like, throughout the years. So from 2019, they've had an annual release of some kind. So, and what I mean by that is they've had, for example, like 2019 was Resident Evil 2. Thank you, Vivo. Appreciate that. 2019 was Resident Evil 2. 2020 was Resident Evil 3. 2021 was Village. 2022 was, I think, RE-verse. 2023 was Resident Evil 4 Remake. They've had an annual release every year. I'll be blown away if they don't have one. HD Classic Collection has to be on the agenda. We'll get a Gaiden remake first. Yeah, we'll see. Hope you're doing well. Excuse me, sorry gang. Big yawn. Resident Evil was my favourite Resident Evil was #2 remake. Let's go. I love that one. I always forget where I'm going. This is another one of those that messes with my perception. Hope you're all too. Yeah, we're doing good, man. We're doing good. We're living the dream. Not a fan of Resident Evil 1. Yeah, I mean, Resident Evil 2 to me is like the ultimate Resident Evil experience. That DC comment? Which one was that? Like, my Facebook page is just my notifications are always on 99, so I'm not quite sure which one it was. Okay, right. So let's put the power in, get all this set up. It does, Nathan. It does kind of let itself down a little bit because it makes the T-virus like an airborne pathogen. And you can get you almost start off infected, like you're in The Walking Dead or something. I wasn't a fan of that. I like the idea of the virus meter, but if you never get bit, the virus meter really should never go up, in my opinion. Oh, director's cut. Wait, was it Dino Crisis or was it director's cut? Let's have a look. I'll have to bring it up. I saw my dad playing this Resident Evil 2 when I was growing up. Yeah, I used to watch my parents play it. That's how I remembered best. Oh, DC Douglas. Yeah, man, I'm in the same boat, dude. Yeah, I'm not in a rush. Not in a rush to deal with that fella again. Oh, nice. That actually kind of scared me a little bit. I was like, oh, please don't. Like, these are like super lickers and they're so difficult. Yeah, exactly that, Nathan. And it's a bit of a shame. You know what, Andy? I'll give the RE books a try. I have them. I'd still need to make some time to read them. Right, so, oh yeah, we can get the weapon box key, can't we, actually? Let's grab that. Operation Raccoon City Remastered. That would be horrible. I think the only one that I don't own is Resident Evil 0. Like, because they released that after the fact. I'm sure it's, yeah. Yeah, so we've got, hang on. That's right, I'll see him. Yeah, so I've got, oh man, these are all out of order. How OCD is that? 2 seconds. Hey, Big Willie, how's it going? Big Willie style. Wait, that's in a funky order. Ooh. Yeah, so you've got, yeah, 3, no, that's 5, 6, 4. Oh, is that? Okay. 1, 2, 3. All of a sudden, I've forgotten how to count. There we go. 1, 2, 3. What's 4? 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's 4. Okay, right, sorry. So we have Resident Evil, The Umbrella Conspiracy. I'm assuming you guys can see that. 2 secs. Can't see my camera. It's over a tad. There we go. Oh, hang on. We just blows through the door. There we go. Blew him back through the door. Yeah, so Resident Evil, Umbrella Conspiracy, which is obviously Resident Evil 1. Really cool cover, by the way. Love that. Then you have Resident Evil Caliban Cove, which is like an original story with Rebecca Chambers. Really cool. This artwork is unbelievable as well. Then City of the Dead, which is based on Resident Evil 2. It's actually the biggest one of the... Like, this is 337 pages. So this is the biggest book by far. Again, really awesome art. Then we've got Resident Evil Underworld, which is another original Resident Evil book. And of course, Resident Evil Nemesis. Again, another cool... Man, the artwork is just unreal. Like, they did a reprint of these and have just got, like, assets from the games. It just doesn't look that good. Like, these are, like, proper, like, original artworks. They're amazing. And last but not least is Resident Evil Code Veronica. As I said, the only one that I don't own is Resident Evil 0. I think it's called. I think it's called Resident Evil 0 Hour. Hey, Sony fanboy, how's it going? Are they worth anything? I'm not actually sure. I actually bought them for like... I bought all of them together for like $30, $40 on some random Facebook group. Some dude was selling the whole lot. I was like, I'll take them. Oh, you wanker. Getting a copy of the Itchy Tasty book. Yeah, 100%. 100%. I was like, what are you talking about? But yes, definitely. I've got it right here, actually. Definitely. Oh, look at this fucking clown. Hang on 2 seconds, guys. Got some fucking bot in the chat. Fuck off. There we go. I want cheap viewers. Yeah, so do I, dude. There you go. Sorry about it, gang. Yeah, so... Yeah, definitely get this. Like, this is... I got this in, like, Waterstones in the UK. This is literally the ultimate Resident Evil book. By far the best read. If you're a huge Resident Evil fan, pick this book up. Itchy Tasty, An Unofficial History of Resident Evil by Alex Neil. Super awesome guy. I've had Alex on loads of times in the podcast. Oh no, Lewis, annoying. Yeah, the whole cover's really nice in it. Oh, so we do have the. Well, actually, I'm gonna grab my Magnum Arena. Oh, I've got one bullet left. Nice. Oh. Back off. This guy will disappear actually because this room gets populated by zombies. They just get left alone. It's quite nice. Whoa. Oh, that was close. It's this way, isn't it? Sorry. Are they making a Resident Evil 9? Supposedly. We'll see. We'll see if we get an announcement soon. Yeah, I'm gonna skip it. I shouldn't probably, but I'm committed now. Shit. Really? I need to get selling. Ah yes, here we go. We got the custom Magnum. Look at that. Oh. Oh! Oh, I just... No way I just did that. Oh, I just done 3 of them. I just done 3 of them with 1 bullet. That's unbelievable. That's crazy. I have clipped it. Thank you, Chris. Shit. Matt RPD was doing a Resident Evil 5 collab with Brad Vickers on Sunday or Monday. Is that something you would do?
I know what you're looking
yeah,
for.
I mean, I know Evan really, really well. Obviously, I know Matt RPD really, really well. I'd be up for it.
Take it from me.
Yeah.
This is my husband's legacy.
I need to do something with Evan soon, actually.
Where's that spy you were working with earlier?
Yeah, I didn't know you
who
could
I'm
do that.
talking about.
Not 3.
What?
You really don't know anything, do you? You're so gullible.
I love Annette. She's
one
so
of the
brutal in this
operatives
version.
Sent here by the agency. The only reason why she came here is to obtain the G-virus.
Have a good one,
That's
Lou.
a
We'll see you
lie.
soon.
No, it's the truth. I discovered this when I did a background check on her. She specifically got close to John and became his girlfriend to
I'm
get
definitely not
information
getting the
about
reprint.
Umbrella.
I'll just try and
That
find
can't be.
0
I
hour
know
on
her.
eBay
Ada
or something.
wouldn't do something like that.
If you don't want to believe it, I don't really care. You're about to die anyway. What happened?
She got absolutely just boinked on. There's the virus. So we actually get rid of our lighter, which
sequence has
doesn't make a
been
lot of sense.
activated. Repeat, the self-destruct sequence has been activated. This sequence may not be aborted. All employees proceed to the emergency car at the bottom platform.
All employees. All employees proceed to the bottom platform. Hey, TD War, how's it going? Oh, sorry, TD War, thank you. All employees.
Leon,
There's Ada. Ada?
I've been waiting for you, Leon.
No!
What are you doing?
You know what this is about. So just hand over the G-virus.
Oh, someone's
don't
selling.
believe this.
No way.
Annette was right
Someone's selling it in
about
Southampton.
everything.
That's why I told you to leave without me, but you wouldn't listen. Now hand it over. Don't make me shoot you.
I've got to put a cheeky bid on
Can't
it.
do that. Ada! Ada!
Ada?
Got you. Don't give up.
G-virus.
I can't remember what my eBay is. Oh, fuck.
Over. Just let me go.
Shut up. You're gonna make it.
It's
Have a good one, Donna. We'll see you soon.
late, Leon. We both know it.
No. I promised you that we would escape. You just have to help me out here.
I really wanted to escape with you, Leon. Escape from everything. Goodbye.
Ada!
See, this is why I prefer the scenario B ending, which was completely omitted from Resident Evil 2 Remake, where Ada just kind of passes out in the spot and Leon assumes that she's dead, rather than he just drops her and she just disappears into the darkness. Get that skull.
So, this is what everyone's been dying for.
Man, this has been an amazing playthrough. I've absolutely loved every minute of playing this. Nothing comes close to Resident Evil 2. Absolute GOAT game. This game's very special. Oh no, the vagina plant. Not the vagina plant. Have you seen the Resident Evil soundtrack recently available on vinyl? Oh yeah, that's by Laced Records, I think. Oh shit. Hello. Oh, he disappeared. Where'd he go? I can't remember where an ink ribbon is now. let me have a quick look in the other room. It's always worth saving on this last bit because Birkin can be a right pickle boy, let me tell you. Again, guys, if you've loved this stream today, make sure you drop a cheeky follow. We are trying to head towards partnered status on Twitch, and with your help, I believe we can get there. So feel free to drop a cheeky follow over on our Twitch, twitch.tv/Biohazard Declassified, and aid us on our mission for complete global saturation. Chris, thank you for the roses, by the way. Yeah. Complete global. Oh, I'm gonna pick that out. We gonna pick this up, Leon, or are we gonna fuck around? There we go. Ah, there you are. The universe requires judgment. Probably get rid of this card now, actually. We've got 40 Magnum bullets. Bloody hell! If I can't kill the naughty boy with that. I got loads of stuff. Oh, I got one more there. I go really overboard with health on this last boss because I know it can be a pickle. I was going to save it, but I've got to eat it. Just got to be very careful. Yeah, the enhanced Magnum and shotgun in this game are absolutely unbelievable. Absolute dominators. Boom,
5 minutes until detonation.
Here we go. Here we go, gang. Final boss battle. Let's make it happen. Oh, 4 shots. Here we go. Whoa. Oh! Oh, you wanker. Get up, Leon, get up. Yes! So he used one hit on there. must have done really good for time here. Probably an hour and a half, I reckon. Let's get out of here, Leon. I don't think I've got movies on. I think I've left it unchecked on the classic rebirth menu, so I don't think it's going to play the final scene, unfortunately, which is really upsetting. I'll give you the lowdown. We get away fine. There we go, gang. Look at that. That is glorious, isn't it? It's well sharp. 2 hours 11. Okay, I was a little bit off. But I still got the coveted S rank. That's the main thing. That is the main thing. Got it in the bag, gang. But most importantly... Oh, yeah, we got the rocket launcher. Forgot about that. Got it in the bag, gang. Let's go. More importantly, we've unlocked Claire B, which we will be picking up on next week. We can play hard mode now as well. Sick. Because yes, the PC version does have hard mode. Basically, like gives you it gives you what's the word I'm looking for? You take a lot more damage. You do a lot less damage. It's pretty tough, actually, to be honest. But yes. That's our first of 4 Resident Evil 2 streams, guys. That's been my favourite stream to date, to be honest. Always love going back and playing some Resident Evil 2. I really appreciate everybody tuning into my streams today. And every week for Resident Evil Retrospective. I'll be live on Sunday again for Lara Sundays. Again, same sort of time, 9 PM UK time. And I'd say keep close to Biohazard Declassified on socials, because it's the Silent Hill showcase tomorrow, so I'll probably be live tweeting it, I'd have thought. But yes, I don't want it to end. I know, it's all right. I'll be back on Sunday. I'll be back on Sunday with some Lara Sundays. Always love Lara Sundays. We should be getting quite close to the end of Tomb Raider 2 now, so I'm super looking forward to that. But I'm going to start ending all of the streams, guys. Again, we've had insane viewership across the board as ever on Twitch, on YouTube, Facebook, and of course TikTok. Really appreciate everybody tuning in. If you're not following Biohazard Declassified, please consider following us. Again, I'm a dedicated Resident Evil content creator. I do a lot of streams, memes, daily Resident Evil content. So you know the score. You know the score. Yes, drop a follow, drop a like. I'll probably have a video up on Friday. It's going to largely depend on what is going to happen tomorrow at the showcase. If there's Resident Evil content, you'll have a video up on Friday. If there's no Resident Evil content, you'll have a Resident Evil video up on Friday. That's over on the YouTube, by the way. But yes, I'm going to start ending the stream. So thank you to everyone on YouTube. You take it easy. Look after yourselves. We will see you in the next one.